The dawn, I signed the divorce paper and walked away with nothing. Then I noticed a small ad by the roadside. Blood and shelter attracted me. Before sunrise, I dragged my bag there. Then I went into the Vampire King's manor. Later, my ex-mate Xavier asked me like he was doing me a charity.
Elena, have you finally admitted you were wrong?
Wrong about what? My mama is always right!
The Vampire King held my shoulders.
My mate. Even if she's wrong, she's still right.
I didn't expect the ad on the pole to be from the Vampire King Lucian. A proud-looking butler stood beside me.
Our Lord Lucian wants a mother for the child, not a mate for him. Remember that. Our Lord has everything. Do not dream of things that are not yours.
I kept my head down and looked. This job was perfect for me. To put it simply, they just wanted a fancy nanny for the kid, right? I only broke my bond this morning. Taking a new mate? I really wasn't in the mood. But if I took care of a kid, I would have a place to stay. I wouldn't need to pay rent. For someone in my situation, it was no different from being saved. I nodded, but caring for a child was different.
I understand. I will not think of improper things.
The steward nodded. Then he led me into the dining hall. At the huge, long dining table, a young father and his son were in a tug of war. The man held a bowl and a spoon, looking unhappy. The gloomy boy bit his lip and refused to open his mouth. Neither of them would back down. After a long while, the man sighed and gave in first. He put down the bowl. His fingers rubbed between his brows. Then he said in a low voice,
Just one small sip. Is that so hard? My lord, another woman has arrived. This one seems decent.
The man slowly turned. I had seen that face before in reports from vampire councils. He was so handsome and eye-catching that nobody could forget him after one look. Just now, I was secretly worried it might be a scam, but after seeing his face, I felt totally relieved. A man of his status had no reason to scam a down-and-out woman like me. His dark eyes swept lightly over me.
What is your name?
I guessed he had just finished work. He hadn't even changed clothes before coming to feed the child, and now he was suffering a major defeat. Maybe feeding a kid was harder than defeating an enemy clan.
Elena Voss.
I said, then pointed at the bowl.
Try.
After saying that, he got up and moved to the sofa. He crossed his arms at ease, waiting to see how I would handle it. This was a job interview. I had to do well. If I could stay, at least I would not have to sleep in an uncovered alley tonight. I took the bowl. I gave what I hoped was a kind smile. Then I walked toward the boy. But before I took 2 steps, he quickly crawled under the table. Only his big, dark eyes remained visible. He glared at Lord Lucian.
Won't make her leave! I don't want her to feed me! They are all bad women!
Looks like before me, the boy had already met who knew how many stepmothers, so I had to do better. I glanced around. Little vampire hero figures were scattered everywhere in the room. Then I got an idea. I picked up a few figures and placed them beside him under the table. I smiled.
Do not worry. I am not here to feed you. I am feeding Sir Dracod and Lord Vespla. You do not need to care.
Then I started feeding the superhero figures as if it were completely real.
Drink more. Only strong knights can protect the realm. A little knight who refuses food will have thin arms and weak bones. How can he protect his clan? Oh, you want the fresh beef? Of course, fresh beef makes you strong.
The boy lay beside them, looking upset, as though nobody remembered him. He smacked his lips a few times. I ignored it. Only when his nose turned red and he looked ready to cry did I act like I had finally noticed him.
Oh, there is a fledgling warrior here too. Sir Drakon, can the young one have the rest of your goblet? He needs to grow strong like you. Sir Drakon says yes.
I smiled.
Fine. Since Sir Drakon allows it, I can give you a little. But do not drink too much, or you may grow bigger than Sir Drakon, and he will feel sad.
The boy nodded hard. Before I could even bring the spoon closer, he bit onto it. After several huge bites.
Why didn't you give me the fresh beef? Are you afraid I will beat Sir Draca? You are a bad woman!
I turned to Lord Lucian. His brow had relaxed, and a faint smile of admiration appeared on his face. I stayed in the manor that day. The manor had 3 floors. Caspian and I stayed on the 2nd floor. Lord Lucian had the whole 3rd floor. The butler kept reminding me.
Never go to the 3rd floor, no matter what. One woman once went there while I'd rested by day, then thrown out the window by Sir.
I blinked. Then I kept nodding and promised I would never overstep. A strong father had a strong son. The Lord's son was only 4, but he already slept alone in his own sun-safe room. That saved me a lot of trouble. The next day, Lord Lucian came home. I was feeding Caspian in the yard. There was a silver chain around Caspian's neck. Beside him sat the great black hound. 1 sip for the hound, 1 sip for Caspian. Caspian was eating happily. Then Lord Lucian appeared. Lord Lucian's face darkened at once.
Elena, what have you turned my son into?
His voice was cold and sharp. I shivered.
Papa, Elena and I are playing shape-shifting. Look, I drank more than the hound. Ruff! Ruff! Woof, 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 woof.
Then he frowned even harder. His gaze slowly shifted toward the butler. The butler wore a complicated expression. Then he spoke carefully.
My lord, Miss Voss' method is strange, but the result is good. Before this, we chased the young master all night. He barely drank 1 small sip. Tonight, he has finished 2 full bowls. He has sworn to beat the hound.
He coldly watched Caspian. Blackberries, milk. Then he slowly let out a breath.
The child's cups and the animal's cups must be separate.
My lord, do not worry. Your hound is very smart. It has not touched the young master's cup once.
Then he turned around and walked back into the manor. Caspian drank 2.5 bowl in 1 sitting. So I had to walk him and the big black hound in the garden downstairs for half an hour before we went back up. I didn't know Lord Lucian was standing at the 2nd floor window, watching us from above. He watched Caspian bark and race the big black hound, laughing as though he was having the best time of his life. Lord Lucian's tightly pressed lips slowly relaxed. A smile appeared, one he had not shown in a very long time.
Miss Elena must be using dark magic. Young master usually wouldn't eat, talk, or move, but after just 1 day, he has changed so much. And in 1 night, she made him like this. Sir, I think we found the right person this time.
When I went back inside, Lord Lucian was sitting on the sofa on the 1st floor. I took the leash off Caspian and was about to take him upstairs for a bath. Then Lord Lucian stopped me.
Elena, a moment.
Of course, my lord.
I handed Caspian to the steward.
You are good with children. Have you raised one before?
No. But I cared for my former mate's sister's child for 2 years.
Back then, my former mate's family said I was too weak to work outside. They forced me to quit my job. After I gave up my work, they started calling me lazy. Then they fired my sister-in-law's nanny and made me watch her child instead.
The records say you ended your bond. What was the reason?
Our status did not match.
You saw the notice. I want to find Caspian a mother. This refuses no says the manor. Your child has not go beyond the gates. He will not even go to the children's school.
My work takes most of my nights, so I need a patient woman for that role.
This was the great vampire family worked. My last mate bond was for love, but because our status was so different, we still signed a mate bond contract. So when the love was gone and we broke the bond, I was left with nothing. Even my mate ring was taken back. For someone as powerful as Lord Lucian, being cautious was only natural.
In truth, a safe room from the sun is enough for me. A formal ceremony is not needed.
The ceremony is for Caspian. I want to give him a lasting mother, and a blood covenant is the strongest.
I nodded.
Then I will follow your decision.
I will give you 10,000 blood gold each month for your own use.
This was the part I cared about most. After all, I had already been hurt once before.
My lord, if our bond ends one day, the blood gold you give me...
Of course. That is yours.
Then I agree.
As for duties between husband and wife, I have no need for that right now. You will still sleep on the 2nd floor.
Nor do I.
So, on the 3rd night after my separation, I was about to enter another mate bond, just like my first bond. There was no ceremony, no celebration, only the steward adding a few extra dishes to dinner. Lord Lucian held out a blood bond ring. I waved a hand.
That is not needed.
For Caspian.
Lucian said.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the cost.
That same day, I had just settled into bed. Then Caspian opened my bedroom door, looked hesitant. What's wrong? I asked.
Elena, will you read me a sleep story?
What?
Caspian bit his lip.
I will tell Father to give you more blood gold. And if you do not want to, that is fine too.
I waved him over.
Come here.
I lifted the blanket, and the little boy climbed in without a fuss. Caspian listened to the whole story. Then he fell asleep in my bed. The next day, Lucian was shocked when he heard about it. Then he looked impressed again.
Elena, you have more than earned your pay. I will add 5,000 blood gold to your monthly money.
My lord, that is too much.
After all, I had done way more than this in my last mate bond, but when the bond was broken, I was so broke I couldn't even afford an inn. During the day, I took care of my ex-mate's sister's kid. At night, I cooked for my ex-mate. After meeting his physical needs, I still had to get up in the middle of the night to clean, because my ex-mate's mother said,
"We can afford a nanny, but Elena can't just sit around at home every day."
Even after all that, when we broke the bond, they still called. I had enjoyed 3 years of comfort with them.
My lord, you are already too generous. I truly like Caspian. He looks cold outside, but he is warm inside. Reading him a story is easy.
Something warm held my right hand. Caspian raised his head and looked at me.